There comes a point in your life when the air feels different, when time itself seems to pause and you can sense that heaven has whispered your name. It's not something you can explain to others. You just feel it deep in your chest, a vibration that tells you you've been chosen. It's not a title of superiority, but a sacred responsibility. You begin to feel detached from the ordinary world, as if your soul has been recalled to a higher purpose. You might notice that the people and environments that once felt comfortable suddenly feel too small for your spirit. It's as though your inner frequency no longer fits within the same walls that once defined your identity. You start feeling restless, not because something's wrong, but because your spirit is expanding beyond the limits of the old. This is the first sign of a rare spiritual symptom, a sacred restlessness that doesn't destroy but transforms. You begin to sense divine timing in everything. The world slows down to reveal divine messages hidden in coincidence. You start realizing that nothing, not even your pain, was random. The energy around you begins to shift. People react differently to your presence. You may not understand why, but the light within you starts unsettling darkness around you. You were marked the moment heaven saw your strength, and when heaven marks you, nothing remains the same. Sparkle's Mirror of the Soul asks you, have you ever felt that invisible pull, like the universe itself was calling your name? Comment below what that first shift felt like for you, so others on the same path know they are not alone. There are moments when you feel an unfamiliar pressure in your chest, not pain, but a powerful stirring, like a heartbeat beneath your heartbeat. It comes and goes, often when you're praying, meditating, or simply sitting in silence. You might describe it as warmth, a vibration, or even a quiet explosion of peace. This is not anxiety, it's activation. What you are feeling is your heart chakra, your spiritual center of compassion, awakening to higher frequencies. When you carry divine energy, your physical body must adjust to it, and the adjustment process is intense. Your body, mind, and spirit start to realign with divine intelligence. Many chosen ones feel frightened when this happens. Doctors may find nothing wrong physically, yet the sensation persists. That's because it's not meant to be fixed, it's meant to be felt. It's the pulse of your spiritual DNA reawakening. Your energy field is learning to hold more light. Imagine electricity surging through old wires. That's what happens in your spirit when God increases your voltage. The human vessel trembles, expands, and transforms. That trembling is not weakness, it's sacred power calibrating within you. Dizzy, have you ever felt that sacred vibration in your chest, like love, pain, and light all merging at once? Share your experience in the comments below so others can understand they're not alone in this divine awakening. Before God elevates you, He isolates you. This is not punishment, it's preparation. You may notice that friends fade, relationships collapse, and familiar circles no longer feel aligned. It's as if God pulled you away from noise so you could finally hear His voice. You might spend months or even years in solitude, questioning why you feel forgotten. But solitude is where the chosen are refined. Every divine warrior undergoes this hidden training. In your isolation, you confront your shadows, heal old wounds, and remember your true power. During this phase, life will test your patience. You'll long for companionship, for validation, for a sense of belonging. Yet, God will keep you unseen because visibility before maturity is a curse. The world cannot see your light before it's rooted in strength. The isolation becomes a mirror. You face your fears, your weaknesses, and the false identities you once clung to. And when you finally make peace with your solitude, you discover something profound. You were never alone. The divine was with you all along, whispering through silence. Crescent Moon Mirror of the Soul invites you to reflect. How has isolation changed you? Did you find peace in your solitude, or are you still searching for meaning within it? Comment below and let your story inspire another soul walking this same path. Every chosen one faces a moment so dark it feels like the end. It's called the dark night of the soul. During this phase, you lose everything that gave your life meaning, your relationships, your certainty, your old self. It feels like dying without death. But that's exactly what it is, a spiritual death that precedes resurrection. When your soul enters this dark night, you question everything, even your faith. You cry out to heaven for answers, but heaven stays silent. That silence is not absence. It's God watching your strength unfold. It's the cocoon stage when the caterpillar dissolves to become a butterfly. The pain is sacred. You are being stripped of illusions. Every attachment that once defined you is being burned away so your true essence can emerge. Many lose their direction here, thinking God has abandoned them. But this is the moment when God is closest, when He is rebuilding you from the inside out. Once you rise from the dark night, you will never be the same. You will see through lies, illusions, and manipulation. You'll walk with unshakable faith because you've already faced your own destruction and survived. Fire, have you gone through your own dark night? What helped you survive it? Prayer, faith, surrender, or silence? Share below to strengthen someone who might be in that very night right now. As you awaken, your emotions intensify. You feel everything more deeply: sadness, love, compassion, even anger. It can be overwhelming, but it's actually a sacred purification. Your soul is flushing out every suppressed emotion you've carried across lifetimes. You may cry without reason, feel nostalgic for memories you never lived, or sense the pain of others like it's your own. That's because your empathic frequency is expanding. Your heart is learning how to hold divine empathy, the ability to feel without being destroyed by it. This emotional flooding is often misdiagnosed as depression or anxiety, but it's the soul detoxing. You're being emptied so God can fill you with higher consciousness. It's messy, sacred, and necessary. The tears are holy water cleansing your spirit. When you stop resisting, the storm settles into peace. You begin to see emotion not as weakness but as divine language. God speaks through your feelings, guiding, healing, and transforming you through each wave. Droplet comment below: have you ever experienced days when emotions felt like waves too big to control? How did you find peace in that inner storm? Someone reading your words might find comfort in your strength. There are nights when your body hums, a quiet trembling, a pulse of energy flowing through your hands, your spine, or the crown of your head. You might think it's random, but this is one of the rarest signs of divine activation. Your energy body, your spiritual circuitry, is awakening. These vibrations are the frequencies of your higher self syncing with your human vessel. The same way an electrical current must travel through a wire, divine energy must move through your nervous system. When the voltage increases, you feel it physically. That trembling is the divine current adjusting your spiritual sensitivity. You might wake up at 3 a.m. feeling warm energy in your palms or tingling at the back of your neck. This is not fear, it's light entering your vessel. When you surrender to it rather than resist, it strengthens your connection to the source. The more you align with purity, prayer, and presence, the smoother these surges become. Remember, what feels like chaos is often calibration. The divine is reconfiguring your body to hold more of its essence. You are becoming a living temple, a carrier of frequencies that heal, awaken, and elevate those who come near you. Sparkle's Mirror of the Soul invites you to reflect. Have you ever felt those subtle vibrations in your body, like energy alive beneath your skin? What did it feel like for you? Comment below and help another awakened soul understand they're not alone in this transformation. Once your spirit begins awakening, heaven starts communicating through symbols. You might notice repeating numbers: 111, 222, 333 appearing everywhere. You'll glance at the clock, a receipt, or a license plate, and the same numbers greet you like cosmic winks from the universe. These are not coincidences, these are codes. Each sequence carries divine guidance. For instance, 111 reminds you that your thoughts are manifesting quickly. Stay aligned with faith, not fear. 222 is a symbol of balance and divine timing. 333 is heaven's reassurance that ascended masters and angelic forces surround you. In ancient traditions, synchronicity is how the invisible speaks to the visible. When your energy reaches a higher vibration, you enter the flow of divine mathematics, a reality where numbers, signs, and patterns become heaven's language. But remember, these signs are not to be worshipped, they are reminders. Their purpose is to bring you back into awareness of God's plan. Each repetition says, you are exactly where you need to be. Glowing Star Mirror of the Soul asks you, what number do you keep seeing and what do you feel it's trying to tell you? Comment below, your insight may be the message another viewer has been praying for. As your vibration rises, your 5 senses begin to sharpen. Colors seem brighter, sounds feel deeper, and even the air around you carries a sacred stillness. You begin to see energy not always with the eyes but with your spirit. You feel the atmosphere of a room before entering it. You sense truth behind words without needing proof. This is the clairsensitivity that emerges when you move closer to the divine frequency. You are no longer just seeing the world, you are feeling its energy field. Many chosen ones report smelling fragrances that aren't physically present, such as roses, sandalwood, or incense. These are angelic signatures indicating spiritual presence. Sometimes, however, this heightened perception can be overwhelming. Crowded places may drain you. Loud noise might feel unbearable. You begin to crave nature, solitude, and silence because your nervous system now vibrates with sensitivity to unseen realms. If you've noticed this, take care of your energy hygiene. Ground yourself with prayer, sunlight, and rest. The awakening of senses is a gift, but every gift must be carried with balance. Too much energy without grounding can cause burnout. Herb Mirror of the Soul invites you to share. Have your senses become more sensitive since your awakening began? What signs or sensations made you realize your perception was changing? Your story may awaken recognition in someone still discovering their own gifts. As your spiritual body awakens, your dream world transforms. You may begin having vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life. Sometimes you wake up with tears on your cheeks or the sensation of light surrounding your body. These are not random dreams, they are spiritual downloads, sacred conversations with heaven during the hours when your physical mind sleeps. In dreams, the veil thins. You can meet guides, ancestors, or divine beings who reveal knowledge your conscious mind couldn't access. Sometimes these dreams will prepare you for coming shifts, revealing symbols of rebirth, flight, storms, or light. Each image carries meaning only your spirit can decode. For many chosen ones, this period brings prophetic dreams. You might dream of people before meeting them or sense events before they occur. It's not fantasy, it's intuition remembering its original design. You were created to receive revelation directly. But not every dream will be peaceful. Some will purge your fears, forcing you to confront hidden wounds. Don't fear these, they're part of your inner healing. Every nightmare you survive releases a portion of your trapped energy, returning it to light. Crescent Moon Mirror of the Soul asks you, have your dreams felt prophetic, symbolic, or healing lately? Share what you've experienced. You might be surprised how many others are walking through the same night visions. The rarest and most powerful symptom of all is the call to serve. After all the pain, isolation, and transformation, something within you begins to shift from why me to use me. You no longer crave recognition, you crave purpose. You want to heal, guide, teach, or simply love people back to themselves. This is the ultimate sign that your awakening is real. The true chosen ones don't boast about being chosen, they serve because they've known suffering. Compassion becomes their superpower. You begin to attract those in pain, those seeking answers, and you'll notice that even your presence calms them. It's because your energy carries the frequency of heaven's light. This calling may manifest in many ways through art, music, speaking, prayer, writing, or quiet kindness. You are being positioned by God to become a vessel of divine influence, spreading healing where once there was despair. But remember, service doesn't mean self-sacrifice. God didn't choose you to be drained, He chose you to be a channel. Keep your connection strong through rest, faith, and solitude so that when you pour into others, it's divine overflow, not exhaustion. Sparkling Heart Mirror of the Soul invites you to reflect. Have you felt that pull, that inner knowing that you're meant to help, teach, or uplift others? Share your journey in the comments. Your words might remind someone that their pain, too, has purpose. There comes a moment in your awakening when you notice time itself feels different. Hours stretch, seconds expand, and ordinary moments seem infused with meaning. You might stare at the clouds, the trees, or even your reflection and sense eternity moving through it all. This is not imagination, it's perception aligning with higher frequency. When you awaken spiritually, you begin to exist in Kairos time, divine time, not human time. Everything begins to flow according to sacred orchestration. Missed opportunities, delays, and detours are no longer accidents but divine alignments. You stop chasing and you start trusting. Your nervous system slows to match the rhythm of the universe. This new pace allows you to hear the whispers between the seconds, the voice of God guiding you with subtle intuition rather than noise. Those who rush cannot hear Him, but you, the chosen one, have been trained through stillness to discern His rhythm. This altered sense of time can feel strange at first. You might feel disconnected from the fast-moving world, but that disconnection is protection. You're no longer ruled by the clock, you are guided by eternity. Dove Mirror of the Soul asks you, have you ever felt time pause, like everything around you moved slower, yet your heart knew exactly what it meant? Share your story below. It may remind someone that patience is a spiritual language of faith. At some point, you'll find yourself drawn back to the earth, to the sound of rain, the whisper of trees, the hum of the wind. You'll crave stillness more than stimulation. Nature becomes your sanctuary, your healing ground. That's because the natural world vibrates at the same frequency as divine order. Chosen ones often discover that when they walk barefoot on the ground, the pain in their heart begins to lighten. When they sit under sunlight, they feel clarity return. Nature grounds the energy that heaven pours into you. Without grounding, divine energy can overwhelm the human system. This pull to nature is not coincidence, it's calling you back to the source's design. Even Jesus often withdrew into the wilderness to pray. The mountains, rivers, and forests still echo divine intelligence. When you sit in silence there, you begin to remember who you were before the world conditioned you. Every bird, every wave, every gust of wind becomes a sermon. You begin to sense that God is not only in heaven, He is in the soil, the sky, and every breath you take. The more you connect with nature, the clearer your spiritual channel becomes. Deciduous tree mirror of the soul invites you. When was the last time you felt heaven speaking through nature? Perhaps through rain, a sunrise, or the quiet of the night? Comment your sacred moment below. Your words could awaken gratitude in another soul. One of the hardest yet holiest phases of awakening is when your old self begins to fall apart. You no longer resonate with the labels you once wore, your job title, your reputation, your past choices. The mask begins to slip, and beneath it, your true essence begins to shine. This phase can feel terrifying. You might ask, who am I now, when nothing familiar feels right anymore? But that question is sacred. It's the doorway into divine rebirth. Every chosen one must shed the false self before carrying divine power responsibly. You will lose interest in gossip, material validation, and even certain friendships. The old version of you dies quietly as your soul takes center stage. You'll start valuing truth more than popularity, purpose more than comfort. Remember, you're not losing yourself, you're finding the real you, the version that existed before pain shaped your choices. The collapse isn't punishment, it's purification. You can't ascend while holding the mask of who you were never meant to be. Fire Mirror of the Soul asks, what part of your old identity have you had to let go of recently? How did it change the way you see yourself now? Share below. Your story could give someone the courage to embrace their own transformation. As your spiritual energy expands, intuition becomes your new compass. It's not imagination, it's direct perception. You start to know things before they happen. You sense people's motives before they speak. You can feel truth vibrating behind every situation. This heightened intuition is not random, it's the activation of your spiritual intelligence. The mind analyzes, but the spirit knows. When you trust that inner voice, life begins to flow with uncanny precision. Doors open at the right time, warnings arrive before danger, opportunities align without effort. The more you honor intuition, the louder it speaks. The more you ignore it, the quieter it becomes. Heaven's language is subtle, not dramatic. That gentle inner nudge is the whisper of the divine guiding your path. But beware, the ego loves to disguise itself as intuition. The true voice of God brings peace, not fear, clarity, not confusion. The easiest way to discern: check the vibration. Truth feels calm, lies feel urgent. Sparkle's Mirror of the Soul invites you to reflect. Has your intuition grown stronger lately? Did following it ever save you from something unseen? Share below. Your testimony may help someone trust their own inner guidance. When your spirit expands faster than your body adjusts, you may experience exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix. This isn't laziness or illness, it's ascension fatigue. Your physical body is recalibrating to hold higher energy frequencies. During this time, you may feel sleepy during spiritual downloads or experience body aches, dizziness, or a foggy mind. It's your system integrating divine light. You are literally being recoded from within. Think of a phone upgrading its software. It slows down during installation. Once complete, it operates smoother than before. The same is happening to you. The divine is rewriting your energetic blueprint to handle the next dimension of your mission. During this phase, rest is holy. Don't fight it. Eat grounding foods, drink water, and let silence be your medicine. Remember, even the strongest warriors must rest before the next battle. Crescent Moon Mirror of the Soul invites you to share. Have you ever gone through days of heavy spiritual fatigue? How did you restore your strength? Someone reading your words might find healing through your wisdom. As your vibration rises, you'll begin to feel everything: people's emotions, intentions, and even their unspoken pain. Crowded places may drain you, and negative energy may cause sudden mood shifts. You might feel tired after helping others or sense heaviness in certain rooms. You are not too sensitive. You are energetically aware. Your energy field has expanded to read frequencies directly. This is both a blessing and a responsibility. Without boundaries, empathy can turn into exhaustion. But when balanced, it becomes discernment, the power to sense truth beyond words. Many chosen ones begin avoiding meaningless conversations, drama, and gossip. Their spirit rejects what doesn't align. You may feel guilty for withdrawing, but this is divine protection. Your energy is sacred. Not everyone deserves access to it. Start cleansing your energy daily through prayer, meditation, or simply envisioning divine light washing over you. Protect your peace like a temple because you are one. Gemstone Mirror of the Soul asks you, have you noticed that your sensitivity to people's energy has grown stronger? How do you protect your spirit in draining environments? Comment your methods below. Your insight might help someone preserve their peace. At some point, you may feel like an alien in your own world. You look around and feel disconnected, not from people, but from the illusions that control them. You see beyond systems, politics, and ego games. It's as if your soul remembers another realm, one filled with truth, light, and unity. This homesickness isn't depression, it's spiritual memory. Your soul remembers where it came from. You are an emissary of heaven, temporarily stationed on earth to bring light into darkness. That's why you never truly fit in, because you were never meant to. The longing you feel isn't weakness, it's divine nostalgia. It pushes you to seek the real love, real purpose, real connection. You're not lost, you're awakening to your original home within the divine. When you accept that you're not meant to fit in, peace returns. You start focusing not on belonging to the world, but on transforming it through the light you carry. Shooting Star Mirror of the Soul invites you. Do you ever feel like you don't belong here, like your soul remembers something higher? What does home mean to you now? Share your thoughts below and connect with others who feel the same divine homesickness. Before every breakthrough, the chosen are tested. You'll face temptations, challenges, and losses that push you to your limits. It's not to destroy you, it's to prove your readiness. Every test refines your faith, strengthens your discernment, and humbles your ego. You'll notice that after every spiritual high, a storm follows. That's not coincidence, it's the purification before promotion. The darkness tests what the light claims. God allows it not to punish you, but to anchor your strength in truth, not emotion. When life feels like it's falling apart right after you found peace, smile. It means heaven is finalizing your next level. Hold your ground. The same fire that burns also purifies gold. Remember, the enemy doesn't fight the unchosen. If you're under attack, it's because your light threatens the darkness. Stand firm in prayer, humility, and faith, because you've already won in spirit. Fire Mirror of the Soul invites you to reflect. What was the hardest test you faced before a major breakthrough? How did you keep your faith alive? Share below. Your story might give courage to someone in the middle of their test right now. There's a day that arrives quietly, no fanfare, no drama, when peace returns. The storms stop, the inner noise fades, and you realize something beautiful. You're not the same person who entered the fire. You've become still, wise, and unshakable. This peace is your sign that the transformation is complete. You no longer seek validation because you've found belonging in God. You no longer chase answers because your soul now lives the truth. This is spiritual maturity, the rarest symptom of all. The peace that follows awakening is not passive. It's radiant, powerful, magnetic. It doesn't mean your life becomes perfect. It means you are no longer ruled by imperfection. You've learned to dance with uncertainty, to trust divine timing, and to rest in surrender. When others see this peace in you, they will ask how you found it, and you'll smile, knowing it wasn't found, it was remembered. Cherry Blossom Mirror of the Soul asks you, have you reached that moment of divine peace yet? What changed in you when it happened? Share your reflection below. It might bring comfort to someone still walking through their storm. At the end of awakening, there comes a moment of calling. God whispers, now go, not to preach, not to prove, but to embody. You become a living message, a mirror of the soul itself. Every word, action, and silence carries light. You realize your journey was never about escaping pain. It was about transforming it into wisdom. Every heartbreak became empathy. Every wound became a doorway for grace to flow through you. Now, heaven trusts you to walk as a divine ambassador on earth. This is not the end, it's the beginning. The awakening doesn't make you better than others, it makes you responsible for others. You are here to remind the lost of their light, to awaken sleeping souls, and to restore love where fear once ruled. So stand tall, chosen one. Heaven didn't pick you because you were perfect, it picked you because you were willing. Your tears, your strength, and your faith were seen. You were forged for this generation. Mirror of the Soul blesses you with these words. May your light never dim, your heart never close, and your purpose never fade. You are the miracle God sent to someone's darkness. If this message resonated with your soul, like this video to let heaven know you're still standing. Subscribe to Mirror of the Soul for more divine revelations and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice might awaken another chosen one today.